As you mentioned, some of the quality breakout sessions were really great to listen in on as well. Being able to see the direct impact that pharmacies have on patient outcomes is just really cool. The collaborations between payers and pharmacies that helped create that direct impact and improve patient outcomes is really great to see. I know that a lot of times that can be a difficult task for pharmacies with how things are structured, with resources, things like that. But knowing that there is a value to it, how it can help be mutually beneficial for not just the pharmacies and the payers, but at the end of the day, at the core of it, the members and the patients, right?
Welcome to the Pharmacy Quality Solutions Quality Corner Show. Buckle up and put your thinking cap on. The Quality Corner Show starts now. Hello to our Quality Corner Show listeners. Today we are bringing you another episode of the Quality Corner Show, and we are actually going to wrap up the PQA 2025 annual meeting. My name is Brittany Boyd. I'm the Associate Director of Pharmacy Training and Support here at PQS. And I am joined by the wonderful Ray Arizmendi on today's episode for us to chat through the PQA annual meeting. Ray, welcome. Tell the people about yourself.
Hey, Brittany. Thank you. Thanks for having me on. My name is Ray Arizmendi. I am the Director of Customer Success here at PQS by Innovaccer on the payer relations side. Been with PQS for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in November. Been in healthcare for about 20 years now. I don't want to do the math. I'd rather not. But yeah, so yeah, very, very excited to be here. And thanks for having me on. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, right? It's so funny you say that about how long you've been in the healthcare industry because we had a very similar conversation actually at the PQA meeting of like how long it's actually been that we've been working in the industry. And I think I've been in for like 16 years now, which is crazy to even think about, like starting as a technician and then working through the pharmacy space and coming into the industry and working now on the quality side, but now training, educating on EQUIPP. But yeah, it's weird to like think about and do the math that because you've been doing it for so long that it's just like second nature at this point.
It just flies by. You don't even know where it goes, where it comes, and then it's just you're here. And then you look back thinking about your time in those roles and don't even know where you're gonna end up. And it's exciting to look back and just thinking about those days and being able to speak and meet and talk with patients all the time and just it's wild. It's been a wild ride for sure.
That's actually a really great segue right into just networking and having the conversations. Like you said, you never know where it's going to take you. But we took ourselves to the PQA annual meeting in Tampa, Florida here just a few weeks ago in May. And so it was really great getting a chance to network with different people in the industry and just having some knowledge and understanding of what's going on and what's new. But I have a few questions for you then as it relates to that. Can you help our listeners understand exactly what is the PQA annual meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. So for starters, was it in Tampa? I couldn't remember by the humidity. But
Like,
yeah, no,
like we were at the equator, right? Like ridiculous.
right. Yeah, no, the PQA annual meeting. So I took a look at the website, and I have to say they nailed it. They did a really good job at summarizing. So they're definitely going to be the best source to from a high level understanding of what it is that they're providing. But from a personal perspective, overall, it's a 3-day meeting. You're able to interact and spend time with folks that come from health plans, healthcare providers, PBMs, even biopharmacies, technology vendors. We all come together in attending general sessions, breakout sessions, educational sessions, and then they even have some time outside of that to meet with one another. So it's a really cool event, providing a lot of great information and a lot of great opportunities to connect with one another.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome insight, Ray. And I definitely would have to agree. I've actually, this was my sixth annual meeting. How many times have you been?
I was trying to think of that. I couldn't remember, and it hasn't even been that many. It's only been like 3 or 4.
Okay.
I just can't. I'd have to go back and look, but yeah, it hasn't been that many. But and that's not to say that when you've been to one, you've been to many. That's more of when you've been to one, gotten so much out of it that it feels like you've been to so many, essentially,
Very true.
what it kind of
Yeah,
feels like. So I could have been to one and it could have still felt like three.
yeah.
Um, Again, just because of how much you get out of it. And I think it's just a great conference.
Absolutely. Now you speak about what you get out of it after being there at the meeting, and I can definitely speak for myself. I was one of the moderators on the first time orientation session, so I go as a veteran when I'm there. Lauren Kirk, who is one of the senior directors there at PQA, will title us as that. But when attending, we're also making sure we're letting the first timers know that they're coming in. Hey, make sure that you are networking. I really like to speak to the students typically when I'm there, and letting them know that, hey, this is a new space, right? You're in pharmacy school, and whether you're in your second, third, fourth year, you've graduated, you're starting a fellowship, it's really nice to be able to get out and kind of understand what others are in the industry and actually doing, how they're working in the industry, maybe some aspects of pharmacy that you may not have known and been aware of and privy to. So I know you spoke a lot about just so much that you get out of it in that 3 day time while being at the PQA meeting. What else would you say is a value for you whenever you're getting to go?
Yeah, no, just really quick, back up a little bit to what you were saying, when you're speaking with the new folks that are attending the session, just going back to what we were talking about earlier, like just don't know where you're going to end up,
Yep.
right? And this is a really great opportunity, especially for them to take advantage of that potential opportunity of seeing, oh, you didn't even think about this side of healthcare, and it really is a really cool opportunity for anyone to be able to go, especially at that stage in their life and in their careers, to have a much wider spectrum of what could be out there, what potential there is out there. So that's a really cool way of definitely helping them understand that piece of it and take full advantage of it. As far as the value attending, honestly, I there's not a piece of it that I don't find valuable. The general sessions, the breakout sessions, are always so powerful, giving us information behind trends, behind what the future looks like, what's been done, what's being done, what could be done. All these things are always so really cool to understand and see, and I really appreciate that that coming from a place where there are things that we're not even sure how those things should get addressed, and we're not alone, but we're trying to figure out ways that that would work. And then additionally, going back to the networking piece, um, they have it designed and structured so you have that ability to have those face-to-face opportunities with folks that you may be in contact with on a regular basis or you haven't heard from in a while. And I really appreciate the fact that they do set that up to allow you to take advantage of that. Um, it's really cool to be able to see people that you may not have ever had a chance to meet them for one reason or another, and this just happened to be that one place that that it happens where it all comes together. So I, honestly, I can't say anything that I don't find of value because I can't think of anything. Not that that's what you were asking, but as a whole, I think just holistically, it's a great opportunity from so many different aspects, and it doesn't matter where in the industry you are. You can always take and pull something from it that will become valuable for you too.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Ray, definitely on that. If we think about the PQA meeting, kind of putting some laughter to it, it's like a charcuterie board of so much that you could take from it, right?
I don't want that, but I'll take some of that. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and you're able to then connect with those people again. A lot of the
Mhm.
industry thought leaders that you otherwise would not have a chance to maybe speak to one-on-one. And again, the people that you do speak to on a pretty frequent basis, at that point, you're able to speak more often with them over that 3 day period where you do have those chances during like the intermingling time where they're able to come out and come see you at the booth and speak for a little bit longer. You have your lunches where you're able to connect and learn from them there.
Yep.
And you're also able to kind of get additional insight into PQA as an organization, right? And what they're promoting from a quality measurement perspective and understanding how they are now seeing patient information and the data and taking in all the information. We heard a lot this year's meeting about closing gaps in care. And what the future trajectory of that looks like. We've spoken even in our own way about how we have had an integral part of that. Our very own Emily Endress is our VP of Pharmacy. had a very great session while we were there discussing what some of those success metrics have been for us. So for you, Ray, of the sessions that we've had, the general sessions, the breakouts, the smaller ones, what were or was one of the most impactful sessions for you that you took back from the PQA meeting?
Yeah, the cool thing about those breakout sessions, well, actually, I don't know, that's a cool thing. So they have so many breakout sessions that there are times where there are multiple I want to attend, and unfortunately, you can only go to one at a time, right? Can't multiply yourself in that situation, so you have to pick and choose, and especially pick your battles on which ones you can go to. But I do appreciate the sessions, even if there's some that I can't attend. I did attend a few. That so one of them was on SDOH, so social determinants of health. That session was really neat because what it seems as though folks really have an ideal state of what that may look like, an idea of an ideal state, but it's the intricacies in between that they just can't really um, get hammered down there. There's just so many moving pieces, and it's clear that there's no easy, clean silver bullet solution that's going to resolve all the things, and it's going to be the same for anything. Something may work for someone, some where it may not work for someone else. But how can you create a scalable model that will help address that for all the folks? And so, being able to hear some of their insights and some of that understanding is really exciting. As you mentioned, some of the quality breakout sessions were really great to listen in on as well. Being able to see the direct impact that pharmacies have on patient outcomes is just really cool. The collaborations between payers and pharmacies that helped create that direct impact and improve patient outcomes is really great to see. I know that a lot of times that can be a difficult task for pharmacies with how things are structured, with resources, things like that. But knowing that there is a value to it, how it can help be mutually beneficial for not just the pharmacies and the payers, but at the end of the day, at the core of it, the members and the patients, right? So those types of programs are really exciting to me, and a lot of what we focus on here, which is why I have such a big passion for it. I love seeing that come to fruition, and of course, can't forget about the EQUIPP Copilot commercial. That was really exciting to see, and really excited about the things to come with that.
Yeah. So, Ray, again, continuing with the great segues here, but as you mentioned, we're seeing the industry do so many different things, so many different ways to interact with patients. And we, with our core product, with Equip, we act as a neutral intermediary, right, between the health plans and the pharmacies, and being able to give them a source of information that they can utilize for them to directly impact their patients and also for them to improve those quality measure scores that are, a part of those quality programs that we have with our health plan partners. And so the EQUIPP Copilot venture is a way for our pharmacies to have an even more enhanced experience there, right there at the pharmacy at the counter where they're working on their patient engagement. And so with the EQUIPP Copilot, we are able to allow pharmacies to take in the time to capture their details of how they're working with their patients right there in real time without having to disrupt the workflow. So it really kind of enhances your experience without having to take that additional step. With Equip Copilot, it'll welcome in some smarter insights, better decisions, access to unified clinical insights. Again, all while you're in workflows. We've heard pretty often from our pharmacies that taking that additional step out may sometimes be a challenge for them, or something that they want to make sure they can incorporate while they're engaging with their patients. So this allows them the effort and the capability to stay on one screen, and they have everything they need right there. So we're really excited that this will continue to be a venture that we'll explore in getting out to our pharmacies. And again, to no pun intended, but equipping them with, a more enhanced data capability at the store level. So we're really excited for our retail and community pharmacy partners, as well as our corporate pharmacy clients that we work with. This also, expands the scope of who we can work with and how we can work with those people. So the many thought leaders and others that we've met at the PQA meeting and had a chance to engage with, we're hoping to continue to work with them and expand on the programs and capabilities and quality measures that we can continue to host and provide insights to. The EQUIPP Copilot will really kind of open up the door, and expand our insight and visibility into that. So Ray, for you, I know I'm excited about it, and I've heard some really great feedback. But interested to hear from you, during the meeting, or, even since the meeting and since the reveal of EQUIPP Copilot has been released. Have you heard any additional feedback or thoughts from others?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of excitement in asking, you know, where's where are we with this? How soon can we take advantage of it? Like that's they're really excited about that, and I'm really excited for it as well. At the end of the day, one of the things that when we speak with any pharmacy group, the one thing, not even a chain, but even PSAOs, um, something that becomes a regular statement is we can't have another platform. We can't go through another platform added on top of that, or we cannot leverage that. And so don't get me wrong, Equip does have a platform of its own that can still be worked through, but we also provide a pathway of bypassing the platform itself and providing data files and whatnot. So we always are looking for ways to solution for that struggle that does happen. But a lot of times there are pharmacies that you don't have a team of IT resources to build out, a way to integrate that information.
Yep.
And even if you do, um, there's only so much that can be done. And so being able to have something that integrates directly into or on top of that pharmacy management software is super exciting. And not having to go to another platform, not having to try to figure out when do I need to talk to this member or any of those things, and all being housed into one location. Super exciting to see that. Really excited to see how that will impact. And it's not just the benefit or add in for pharmacies, but also for payers, right? So as they're continuing to um, work with us and build out programs to help improve patient outcomes, uh, the biggest thing that they're always looking for is how do we generate engagement? How do we that's always going to be it, right? Because the solution is there. The pharmacies can do the thing. The pharmacies can address the members. The pharmacies are seeing those members and patients more often than anybody else, right? So how do we ensure that pharmacies know when and where to address those members? And Copilot will have that at the ready. And that's really exciting and looking to see how impactful that can be for everyone all around. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the payers, pharmacies, and again at the core of it, the members themselves. So it's really exciting and I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. So it's nice to know that to again hear what you're excited about and what everyone else will be able to have this um, connectivity by using EQUIPP Copilot. I will definitely say for myself, I'm most excited to not only see the programs and the things that we can do and how we can continue to have that interconnectivity, but ultimately hoping to bring this back to the PQA meeting in the future here, the next couple of years, just to continue to show how valuable these our technology resources are at the pharmacy level from a patient care perspective in healthcare technology. It is invaluable, honestly, the level of work and effort that goes into this. And it can't be replaced. It's not anything that we can try to put something else in place for it. As we know, the way that technology continues to grow and expand, and how we continue to grow and expand, as an industry, as a SaaS product, as an organization, we had to run with the times, right? And so you have patients that want better care, they want it more efficient, they want it more timely, they want it more accurate. And so we will be able to provide them with that through the Equip Pilot program, but then also through the additional level of insights, and the way that we are able to empower the pharmacies as clinicians. And so really looking forward to all that we continue to do, all the work that you will continue to do on our health plan side, and continuing to work with our payer partners to ensure that again, we are equipping our pharmacies with all they need. So it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Now, outside of Equip Copilot, and again, PQA meeting, absolutely fantastic this year. I will agree with you. The humidity humidity, like it was there. It was very much so there, but I
There's
think
no question.
no question about it.
No.
We got a chance to again have some really great networking conversations with our pharmacy partners, and again get some really clear insight to the team there. So before we wrap up, our last questions here is just kudos to the team at Pharmacy Quality Alliance. Thank you all for continuing to host a really fantastic meeting every single year with again some of the industry's best thought leaders, the best and brightest, and having a chance to just be able to get some insight to what they're doing, how they're doing it, and allowing us and the efforts and what we offer here at PQS and with EQUIPP, allowing those to continue to intermingle and be presented there during the meeting. So we love having that insight there. But as we think about what we're looking forward to, Ray, do you have any special plans for the summer that you're looking forward to?
Um, just a few, nothing too major. Taking a little bit of time off, just a week, but around the holidays, so that'll be nice. Try to make sure they can fit it in around the right times where most folks are taking time off.
Yeah.
But then also looking forward to some of the trade shows as well.
Hmm.
Being able to go out there and showcase that over to pharmacies in general, right? At the end of the day, there's a lot of pharmacies that don't get all the communications, or they get so much communication that they can't read through it all.
Yep.
So being able to showcase EQUIPP Copilot will be really cool to show them all the features, all the capabilities, how it can integrate, how it can be so seamless and prevent them from having to do anything extra. Looking at, or as we talked about, limited resources that they have, being able to show them those pieces that this helps alleviate some of it. Of course, it won't resolve everything, but it helps hopefully alleviate some of those. So yeah, just really excited about the summer and seeing how those things will play out, expanding it out from the pilot. And as you mentioned earlier, got to get with the times. And if that's something that we've really done a lot of work here at PQS for a long time, or as far as I've known PQS, it's always how do we make things better? Like this is
Hmm.
great. Can we make it better? And I look forward to seeing the next iteration, the current iteration, the next iteration, and the one after that is really exciting to see.
Yeah,
Here
absolutely.
for the ride.
Yeah, we're here for the ride. We'll also be riding out there with you then to our very first trade show we have in Nashville, I think is where we're headed first. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So we will meet
Yes.
there. So excited to get a chance again, like you mentioned, to interact with some pharmacies and continue to market the Copilot platform out to them. And again, continuing to assist them with closing gaps in care in the pharmacy and empowering them with all their revenue generating potential they have through EQUIPP. And giving them more insights, but also getting feedback from them too, right? That's a really good time for us to hear
Absolutely.
from them of, what's been successful, what's working for you and what's not. So excited to get that feedback as well.
Yeah, we may think something is perfect, but they may have a better idea. And hey, that's a great call. Let's see if we can implement that.
Yeah.
Absolutely appreciate the feedback. Not everything can go into play, right? Maybe something is specific to one pharmacy and not really something that would be ideal for all. But if it's something that truly makes sense, I, I love the fact that we're willing and able to go in there and see if we can, how quickly we can make that happen. So really excited. Yeah,
Awesome. Well, I will also here make note that the Cardinal Trade Show is also coming up. Actually, first, Ray and I will physically both be at the Nashville meeting, but for McKesson Idea Share. But the Cardinal Trade Show does occur July 9th through the 12th there in Denver, Colorado. And then I believe it's July 16th or the 19th in Vegas is ThoughtSpot with Elevate. So our team members of the PQS EQUIPP team will physically be present at each of those shows. So again, we are on the run with vacation and also with trade show opportunities, but would love to would love to meet you. So come and see us at our booths at each of those locations. But excited to get back out on the travel scene here this summer and continuing to engage with pharmacies. So Ray, thank you for joining me today in this special episode of the Quality Corner Show, giving some insight to the PQA team. Again, thank you to our listeners. Thank you to the PQA team for running a fantastic annual meeting. And thank you to our team members here at Innovaccer at PQS. We're having a chance to continue to expand on capabilities through EQUIPP Copilot. Really looking forward to all that we'll continue to achieve. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. The Pharmacy Quality Solutions Quality Corner Show has a request for you. Our goal is to spread the word about how quality measurement can help improve health outcomes, and we need your help in sharing this podcast to friends and colleagues in the healthcare industry. We also want you to provide feedback, ask us questions, and suggest health topics you'd like to see covered. If you are a health expert and you want to contribute to the show or even talk on the show, please contact us. You can email info@pharmacyquality.com. Let us know what is on your mind, what we can address, so that you are fully informed. We want you to be able to provide the best care for your patients and members, and we wish all of you listeners out there very well.